Welcome. 2008 is an election year, and this is the year of Dump The Incumbents. My name's Mike Boyd.
And I'm Paul Fry.
And we have written a book. We think that this is the year that we can make a difference. Too many people have been reelected to offices that they no longer are fit to serve in. We think every incumbent should be removed from office. Paul, what's an incumbent?
An incumbent is someone who's an elected official currently in office. They're in office right now.
And this is the year for us to remove them from office. According to the media, there are only two people running for office this year, and that's the president. Well, the truth be told, there are countless numbers of mayors, councilmen, state senators, and federal congressmen who need to be removed from office. We need to dump the incumbents, and we need to do it now.
We've written this book, Dump The Incumbents, 26 Reasons from A to Z, to talk about incumbency and what we need to do. We've written 26 essays. We've talked about dishonesty. We met a woman last week, and we asked her what she didn't like about politicians. She said she didn't like the fact that they told her one thing when they were getting ready to go into office, and once they got voted in, they lied to her. They were dishonest.
And A is the first chapter in our book. A stands for arrogance. The more politicians are, the longer they're in office, the more arrogant they become. The more they think of themselves as not one of us, but one of them. And we think the arrogance is very distasteful. Why do we put up with that?
And why do we put up with it? Here's one reason. We just had this come out, July 2008. The U.S. Congress approval rating is 7%. 7%. We have convicted felons with higher approval ratings than 7%. And some of these folks are convicted felons. 93% disapprove. 93% of us. And why don't we do anything about it? We're apathetic. We don't think our vote will make a difference. Let's take our cue from the folks in Pennsylvania who in 2006 voted out their elected officials because they gave themselves a middle-of-the-night pay raise. Let's follow the cue from the land of liberty, the land of independence, and vote the incumbents out.
Yeah, and it wasn't just a few people that got voted out. In Pennsylvania, they voted out 43% of their state legislators simply because they were angry about the arrogance, the insulation, the dishonesty, the corruption. So the people in Pennsylvania have given us a great model for our own behavior.
Another great model was last summer with the immigration reform law that Congress wanted to pass. They were going to pass that almost in the middle of the night when we as citizens voted with our emails, voted with our phone calls, crashed the phone banks, crashed the email servers. They got the message. They did not pass the law. We can make a difference.
Here's the thing. Here's the dirty little secret. These incumbent politicians count on us being apathetic. Why? Because if we're apathetic, we have low vote turnout. And when we have low voter turnout, we are easier to control. It's easier to control smaller numbers than it is big numbers. So let's give them a problem they can't control. Let's increase voter turnout. Let's get registered. Read the book if you're apathetic, and you'll no longer be apathetic. And vote. Dump the incumbents.
Some of the elected officials say, feel my pain, I feel your pain. We want them to feel their own pain. Let's vote them out. If you've had enough, go to the website, dumptheincumbents.com, read the book, vote the incumbents out.
We were on the radio in Frederick, Maryland. We were asked by a local radio program to do an interview. And as we went through the book and explained the concept, the first person who called in was a local state official, and he said, you know what, these guys are right. I am not going to run for re-election. So we already have one on our body count.
So if you're with us, go to our website, dumptheincumbents.com, buy the book, read the book, and take action. We can make a difference.
This is our year. Let's take control. The power to the people.
Read the book.